All right, look like we live.
Recording in progress.
All right, greetings, or should I say Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Greetings, everyone. This is part two of Assembly of the Righteous. This is part two of Assembly of the Righteous. Today is August 15th, 2026. August 15th, 2026. Excuse me, boy, a little bit of ginger bringing it up. August 15th, 2026, and this is the Assembly of the Righteous, which we come together on the Sabbath day at 12 p.m. noon Eastern Time, and we go through the Word as the Creator allow us to see things that's in the Word that's going on today, and just to get the understanding of the history that we have come from, and to understand our history, because this is our heritage. All right. So, we're in Second Kings chapter 12. Today we're in Second Kings chapter 12. And starting off, I'd like to give a recap. Starting off in chapter 12, what happened was Joash has become king, right? Joash, I shall say Joash, Joash, Yo. It says J-E, but I like to say Y-E, but Jehoash. Joash reigns over Judah. Now, he has become king after Athaliah, Athaliah, after the 6 years, 6 or 7 years, she was queen that she took the kingdom, and Jehoash was taken away when he was a baby, and in the 7th year he became king, and they end up killing Athaliah. I'm gonna say it like that, or Athaliah, whatever her name was. So now they killed her. They made him king at 7 years old, and his benefactor, I like to say benefactor, um, what was his benefactor name? Or should I say the priest, that is. The priest was Jehoiada. Jehoiada was the priest who was guiding him in his ways. So after, how old was he? After he after 13 years, let me read that first verse again, chapter 12. Chapter 12, 2 Kings chapter 12 states, in the 7th year of Jehu, Jehoash began to reign, and 40 years reigned he in Jerusalem. And his mother's name was Zebiah of Beersheba. And Jehoash did that which was right in the sight of Yah. All the days wherein, look at that, all the days wherein Jehoiada the priest instructed him. You see that difference? See a difference? He did right in all the days when Jehoiada the priest instructed him. He did right while the priest was living and while the priest was instructing him. He did right. That's why you got to listen to words and understand what's being said. Okay. But it said the high places were not taken away in verse 3. The people's sacrificed and burnt incense in the high places, which people do today with the gods and stuff that they living around today, they're worshiping today, no matter what it is, who it is, or how it is. A lot of people are worshiping all kinds of different deities today. Your top is Jesus, Yeshua, Emmanuel, Prophet Muhammad, the cross, the stone over in Mecca, and all these other stuff that's going on around the world today, and all these other religions in the world. This is what's going on today. Then what we saw here is that when you got over here, what's happening, I'm just going to break it down. I'm not going to read it, so I'm going to break it down in layman's term real quick. What happened was that he told in his, what year was it? And Jehovah said to the priest, all the money of the dedicated things he brought. So what happened was he started to tell the people, let the priest take it to them, every man of his acquaintance, talking about the money, and repair repair the house, repair the temple. Want to take all the money that you get, you and the priest, take it and repair the temple. Now, verse 6 said, but it was so that in the 3 and 20th year of Jehoash, his 23rd year, we got 7, 8, 9, 10 through 20. 7, 8, 9, 10. Then you got 20. That's 13, 20, 21, 22, 23. 16 years. 16 years. That's 10 plus 3. That's 3 on board. Yeah, 16 years. They wasn't collecting the money, and no, the house wasn't being built. So he went and told them. He said, in his 23rd year, he told them, why ain't y'all build the house? Don't collect no more money. Then if y'all not building the house, don't collect no more money. So what happened was Jehoiada, he made like a bank, or made like I'm gonna say a bank, where he put a hole in the lid where people would come, they would drop their 10% or whatever it is that they would drop in the lid. So when they took it, they found they had bags of money. So, and my equivalent to that in part one was this. When you look at that, I'm paraphrasing now, but I kind of explained it in part one. When you look at this and what happened in the beginning, they was taking money for 23 years, but nothing was being done. No different than it says in Malachi chapter 3. But you have to start to understand and start in verse 2. I mean, the chapter 2. O priest, this is for you. This is unto you. This talking about the priest. All the way to chapter 3, verse 8, when it says that ye have robbed me, even this whole nation. The priest was robbing the nation in this day and time. Now, at this day and time, I can't say, because I can't say that's what it was going. We just know the money wasn't being done when they were supposed to get it. So the king told them, don't get no more money. But in this day and time, when it's talking about who was robbing the whole nation, it was the priest robbing the people, not the people robbing the peace. But they used the priest. But they used that against the people. They use that against the people, tell you, it was not a man robbed God. Y'all got to bring this money into me. Bring it in. Bring them greedy. That's the problem. And as I was sharing, go to part one. Y'all to hear that. I'm not going to repeat everything. I gave you a small snippet. We're in doing a recap. So the whole thing is now Jehoiada made a bank where they can put the money in. Now they got money. Now they got people starting to work on the house. So now we're going to start at verse 13. And we're going to take 13 on through to the end of chapter 12. And then we'll be starting on 13 next week. All right. Chapter 2 Kings chapter 12, we're starting at verse 13. Howbeit there were not made for the house. Oh yeah, this was the something I was thinking as well. But I'm glad I'm starting here so you can get an understanding of this, because sometimes we read something, we read over words instead of understanding what the words is saying. I try to get people to understand you got to read and see what's saying instead of just reading over the word and you miss what's being said. So, howbeit there was not made for the house of Yah bowls of silver, snuffers, basins, trumpets, any vessels of gold or vessels of silver. The key is the next point. Because I did for a moment, I said, wait a minute, how come they ain't doing it? I had to go back over and read it to understand why it said this. It says of the money at this time. I was like, wait a minute, I know they had snuffers and all that stuff was made of gold. Solomon made all that. I didn't have an understanding right then, but you have to go through, read the whole thing, then you have to go over it again to get a better understanding. And that's what I did. So when it says the last part, of the money that was bought to build the house of Yah. They didn't use any of that money to make any of that other stuff with. They used that money for the house, period. Only. That's why it was made. And it said it right there. But you can miss it because a lot of people just read. A lot of people don't study. That's the difference between studying and reading. When you study, you're going back and you're understanding what's being said. When you're reading, oh, you can just read across the word. Oh, I know this word, I know that. I know A-N-D. You know, I know this, I know the. See, that's the problem with people. They just read across words instead of understanding what's being said in the sentence. So I just wanted to lay that out. So now, again, that verse 13 again says, howbeit there were not made for the house of Israel, house of Yah, bowls of silver, snuffers, basins, trumpets, any vessels of gold or vessels of silver, of the money that was brought into the house of Yah. But, here we go, verse 14. But they gave to the workmen. and repaired there with the house of Yah. There you go. But they gave to the workmen and repaired therewith the house of Yah. So what they did was they took that money and they used all that money for the repair of the house. They didn't use it for themselves. Whatever it was that they were doing before, they got money now to build it and fix the house up. Now, verse 15. Moreover, they reckoned not with the men. They reckoned not with the men into whose hand they delivered the money to be bestowed on the workmen. Let's read that again. Moreover, they reckoned not with the men into whose hand they delivered the money. They didn't organize, they recognized, they ain't reckon who they was giving the money to be bestowed on the workmen. For they dealt for they felt faith. They dealt faithfully. They didn't care who did it. They didn't reckon who was going to give the money to them because they did it faithfully. And for they dealt faithfully. They didn't reckon, meaning they didn't care who was doing it because whoever was doing their job. And that's like a weld or a machine. If I'm supposed to be doing this at a certain time, okay, I'm here today. Okay, let me go. They put one person over it. Everybody was doing their job to handle the business as the house or the priest's house should be. Everybody ain't doing the same job. Everybody has the time because you had a lot. Remember, the Levites was a tribe. I almost said a nation. The Levites was a tribe, which is a small nation. But all of them had their time to do what they had to do. Like when you go to your job, you got somebody on the first shift, you got somebody on the second shift, you got somebody on the third shift. But that didn't mean you have to be the first shift, second shift, or third shift every day. You might have that time once a month. Okay, this month, I only got one job to do. I just got to clean the upstairs. I just got to clean this area. And once I'm done with what I'm supposed to do, I'm done till next month. I'm chilling. Because you had many priests, because the ones that was born of Levi had to do this job. And that's just my concept. I can't say that's what they were doing. That's just my concept. Because if you think about all the children that's supposed to be priests out of a whole tribe, think about that. All them that's dealing with the flesh pots and doing the sacrifices. Sacrifice was going on every day. All of them had a job to do. See, people today don't get. They talk about, oh, he died he was a sacrificial lamb. What about the sacrificial law? You don't know nothing about sacrifice. Y'all don't even understand what sacrifice. People don't even understand what they talking about. They want to believe in something, hold on to something, on something they don't even understand themselves. You ask them about sacrifice, they couldn't even tell you. What's the meaning of sacrifice? What's the understanding of sacrifice? But we're going to leave that alone because that's a different story. Now, verse 16 again, the trespass money and sin money was not brought into the house of Yah. It was the priest. Okay, the trespass, see, that's the difference. See, the trespass money and sin money, remember, it was certain when it was certain tribe. Now this goes to show that there was money. When we ain't supposed to use money at all. This right here shows that there was money being used. Right here. Let me put this down. Tithes and offerings. Sin money, trespass money, what is that? Tithes and offerings. You might as well say. The trespass money and sin money was not to be brought into the house of Yah. It was the priest. I mean, that money was separate compared to, like, I guess they had a building fund. Don't they have building funds today? Don't they have building funds at church functions today? The building fund, that's what which con was. That's why I say they were acquaintances. Those people that wanted the building to be built or wanted to kneel there, they put their money in the thing. But the priest, the sin offering, which they had to do on the server, however they had to do it, and the trespass offering or whatever offering that's supposed to come, that wasn't a part of this here. You got to know how to separate stuff. You got to have everything decent and in order. You got to have something here for whatever you needed for that. You got to have something here for whatever purpose that is. You got to have something here for that purpose. However many you need The purpose for what it's for. And this is what is called preparation. Being prepared. A lot of people don't even understand this concept. A lot of people just don't understand it. Hey. 17. Then Hazael, king of Syria. See, this is one who was anointed. Yah had him anointed. Remember? Then Hazael, the king of Syria, went up and fought against Gath. Hazael, king of Syria, went up and fought against Gath, Gath, and took it. And Hazael set his face to go up to Jerusalem. And Jehoash, king of Judah, took all the hollow things that Jehoshaphat and Jehoram and Ahaziah, his father, kings of Judah. Okay, Jehoshaphat was a good king, but he loved Ahab. Jehoram, whichever one it is, I think this was Jehoshaphat's son though. Jehoram and Ahaziah, his fathers, Ahaziah, that's when they got killed, Yehu. Kings of Judah had dedicated, wait, hold on. And Jehoash, king of Judah, took all the hollow things that Jehoshaphat and Jehoram and Ahaziah, his father, kings of Judah, had dedicated, and his own hollow things, and all the gold that were found in the treasures of the house of Yah, and in the king's house, and sent it to, oh man, he sent it to Hazael. But Jehoshaphat did right in Yah's eyes, but all the rest of everybody, I believe, because Jehoram, I think he was I don't remember if he was good or bad. I can't remember or not. But and sent it to king of Syria, to Hazael, and he went away from. So he sent that stuff to him, and he went away from Jerusalem. And that stuff that they had, I think most of that stuff could have been, I'm gonna say cursed, but the other ones, I know, Haziah, Haziah, and Jehoram, I believe they might have been evil. I can't say it to. I know Haziah was, but Jehoram, he might have been evil. No, I think he was right because he was under. Excuse me. I think he was right because he was under Jehoshaphat, but I can't remember right off. I'm kind of teety-turny. I got to go back and look at it. I'm not going to do that right now. But I got to go back and check that out. Was Jehoram the son of Jehoshaphat? Because there was two of them. One of them was the son of Ahab, and one of them was the son of Jehoshaphat. And the rest of the acts of Joash, now say Joash, Joash. Let me hit 18 and 19 again. 18, then 19. And Joash, king of Judah, took all the hollow things that Jehoshaphat and Jeroboam and Jehoram and Ahaziah and king of Judah, and dedicated and his own hollow things, and all the gold that were found in treasures of the house of Yah, and the house and the king's house, and sent it to Hazael. This and he went away. 19. And the rest of the acts of Joash and all that he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles Kings of Judah? The Chronicles is of the king of Judah. Okay. And the servants arose and made conspiry. And the servants arose, okay, check this out. And the servants arose and made conspiry and slew Joash in the house of Milo, which goeth down to Syria. Mm, mm, mm. For Josiah, the son of Shemith, and Jehozabad, okay, Jehozabad, the son of Shumer, his servant smote him, and he died. For Yozakur, the son of Shemith, and Jehozabad, the son of Shemor, his servants, smote him, and he died. And they buried him with his fathers in the city of David. And Amaziah, his son. See, Amaziah. See, that's another Amaziah. Let's go back over here. He named his son after his brother. I think he named his son after his brother. I just want to see that point real quick. Ahaziah and Amaziah. Okay, that's the two different. Ahaziah and Amaziah. Okay, it's kind of close, but it's not the same. And Amaziah, his son, reigned in his stead. All right. Made like this. And they buried him with his father in the city of David. But what I want to get is this. For Yozakar, Shemith, the son of Shemith, and Jehozabad of Shumer, servants smote him, and he died. And they buried him with his fathers in the city of David, and Amaziah, his son, reigned in his stead. So this is the end of 2 Kings chapter 12. It's the end of 2 Kings chapter 12. And we see what happened. We see we went through the story. So, I just like to ask, like everybody else gone for the moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to say we're going to go ahead and get ready to get out of here. And that was a nice little story, but this is a short story because I think some other things happen in the Chronicles. But this is the end of 2 Kings chapter 12. Next week we'll be in 2 Kings chapter 13. And guess it was something I should have went through. I should have went through to look up. So I ain't gonna do it right now. The reason I'm not gonna do it, my sleep is coming down on me. Yeah, I know I'll go through it and I'll find it, but right now sleep. I was already yarning at the end of part 1. And I feel that sleep coming down on me now, y'all. So what I'm gonna end up doing, we getting ready to end it, but before I do that, no one's in the queue, so we ain't got to worry about that. So other than that, let me just say this before we get done. Dave, Matthew, is there anything you'd like to say real quick before we get ready to go? Just sharing about the lesson today, or that you want to give some Anything you like to say on the Zoom? You want to share with us real quick? Not too long, but kind of quick. Okay, Matthew haven't come back in yet. Dave, is there anything you want to say real quick? Dave. It's,
Yeah, I just want to recap what you said and skimming over a scripture instead of going into it and with a with rationale and studying it on a deep level as opposed to reading, studying as opposed to reading.
Exactly.
Okay, really studying and getting the gist of what's being said. Because a lot of times we skim over the surface of a scripture and we leave out there with a lack of understanding rather than understanding. We leave out of those services with a lack of understanding.
That's true.
Yeah. And then so a lot of times, you have ministers who really do not know how to deliver that word themselves.
That's fact.
And are really into the 501c3 than they are helping the people. And I'll give you an example of two churches. One is over on 6 Mile and Interstate 75, which is, what's that guy's name?
Is it for good or for bad? I don't like calling nobody out for
falsely indoctrinating these people.
Huh?
A lot of ministers in Detroit are hijacking these people.
Well. That's nationwide. That's nation and worldwide. But I'm with you on that. I'm with you.
Yeah. And so we must do as Timothy instructed us to do: study to show thyself approved, not being ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth.
Right. That's true.
Dividing the word of truth. And most of these people are falsely indoctrinated.
That's fact. That's fact. We're gonna have a good conversation tomorrow. I know. Because on open conversation, we're gonna have a nice little dialogue and just conversate about some things. But yeah, you're right. According to what I was sharing about reading over stuff here as well. Yeah, so man, I really am thankful that you're here with us. I'm thankful that you're with the family, and right now I'm just waiting on your NDA so you can get the second instruction sheet. Then you can start going over some stuff down on the ship.
I'll do that this afternoon. Like I said, I had been detoxing.
Oh yeah, no problem.
3 times a week, to clear my stomach, and so I've been at home all morning, basically.
Yeah, actually, we're not supposed to work today anyway. Today is the Sabbath. We're not really. We're not supposed to work today anyway. We're actually supposed to be resting.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. I came in and I did that last night. A young lady wanted me to come over last night, and I thought about that, and I said, what am I going to benefit if I go over there? I need to go home and get my rest, so that I can be cognizant, of what's being said to me, on the Zoom meeting.
There you go. I'm glad you was ready for it. Yeah. So let me see what Dave wanted to say before we pull out. Dave, you was just about to say something before Matthew came in?
Oh, no, I ain't have nothing. I'm just still trying to listen and catch on everything.
I appreciate you, bro. Miss Joe, are you there? Is there anything you want to share? If you ain't fell asleep, that's my baby there. She be lying there listening, next thing she gone. She worked like a workhorse. Well, she gone. Well, we're gonna go ahead and do it like this. Before I want everybody to share their point of view before we did the benediction, so I can say I am that Mikael in Daniel chapter 12, verses 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's me. Showing the holy people who they're really supposed to be. Waking them out of their dead beds, which is really in their heads. For all of you who are living in the new, this is for you. I'm that same Mikael in Revelations 12, battling that red dragon where Satan dwells, who deceiveth the whole world but prevaileth not, cause the horn is blown without a doubt. This was prophesied for you to see that Mikael is really me. All right, and we get ready to read out of Numbers chapter 6, verse 22 through 27, which is the benediction. And it states, this is the priestly benediction, and it states, and Yah spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto Aaron and unto his sons, saying, on this wise ye shall bless the children of Israel, saying unto them, Yah bless thee and keep thee. Yah make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yah lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. And they shall put Yah's name upon the children of Israel, which is his law, and Yah will bless them. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shekevo, Vakuto Violam, Vaed, Hallelujah. Hear, O Israel, Yah our Father is one Father. Blessed be thou glorious kingdom forever and ever. Hallelujah. Thank you, Father, for the reading of the word. Thank you for letting us come together on your beautiful Sabbath day today as we come together, grow together in your word, do your will, do your way, that we all will grow together as a people. Allow those who have sick minds, sick hearts to change and do your word, do your will, that they may grow to come in your kingdom, to grow in your kingdom, and let them see what it is that you have. We bless you, praise you, and thank you for all things. In your holy word and spirit and all things we pray. Hallelujah. 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 Praise you, Almighty. All right, everyone. Now, if you'd like to get in contact with us, you're welcome for the Zoom first. If you'd like to get in contact with us on the Zooms, you're welcome to text me and email or email me. Text me and or email me your name, number, and email. Text and or email me your name, number, and email. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to send you an invitation in your email. I'm gonna send you an invitation in your email, and when I send you the invitation, you will accept it, and hopefully you have a Google Calendar. So the Zoom meetings will come up in your Google Calendar. If you don't have Google Calendar, please get it. And once you have accepted them, you'll get notifications. Excuse me. You'll get notifications of when we're going to start our class, where you can come on Zoom, or you can just come on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram. But other than that, excuse me, y'all, I'm getting tired. So, but other than that, you can text me and or email me your name, number, and email, and we'll go from there at that point. Also, when you text me name, number, and email, or you text me both, let me know that you want to know more about the alkaline water, and alkaline teas, or just let me know that where where you may be, where you want. My mind is, so just text me or email me at 770-572-5315. My mind was going, but like I said, I'm beginning to shut down. Again, 770-572-5315 is my direct number. Or you can email me at lkhyym@gmail.com. Excuse me. Again, that's 770-572-5315. That's my pocket number. My email is my email is lkhyym@gmail.com. Okay. I'm trying to get this together, y'all. It's coming down on me fast. On Tuesdays, I'm going to start there because we got a gap in between Tuesday until the 25th. On Tuesdays, we have Introduction to Solving Class of Knowledge. Introduction to Solving Class of Knowledge on excuse me, I told you it's coming down. Excuse me, it's coming down. Again, text me or email me at lkhyym@gmail.com or at 770-572-5315. All right. As I was just saying, text me and I will send you the Zoom invitations in your email. You will accept the email. the invitations in the email, and then they will come up in your Google Calendar. If you don't have Google Calendar, please get a Google Calendar, and then you'll get the information. It will be linked up to you. Other than that, told y'all it's coming down on me. Other than that, we had Introduction to Solving Class of Knowledge every Tuesday, starting the 25th of August. 25th of August at 7:30 a.m. and at 9 p.m. every Tuesday after that. Every Tuesday after that. Our anniversary will be Tuesday, the next following Tuesday, which will be 1st of September. But yet and still, that Tuesday and every Tuesday, we have Introduction to Solving Class of Knowledge, and that's at 7:30 a.m. and at 9 p.m. 7:30 a.m. and 9 p.m. Still coming. Oh man, excuse me, y'all. I gotta give me some rest in a few minutes. I've been running all week. So, next, that's Introduction to Solving Class of Knowledge. Now we're here on the Sabbath. Today is Assembly of the Righteous, which is we come together on the Sabbath day as the Holy Convocation or either as a family, and we go through the scriptures, what we just did. So again, that's on the Sabbath. We're here at 12 p.m. noon. 12 p.m. noon on the Sabbath day. We're right here, and you're welcome to join. Right here on Zoom and on the other platforms. Excuse me, y'all. As y'all can see, it's coming down strong, so forgive me. That's on the Sabbath. Now on Sunday, the night after Sunday, we have Fight Fire with Truth. That's Fight Fire with Truth, which is open conversation. We'll be here having an open conversation tomorrow night at 9 p.m. We'll be right here at 9 p.m. That's Fight Fire with Truth, which is open conversation. Then we're here on Mondays at Mikael's Knowledge of Truth. That's Mondays. It's Mikael's Knowledge of Truth. And that is excuse me. Mikael's Knowledge of Truth on Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern. 9 p.m. Eastern, right here. All right. Oh, all these are the Zooms I just shared with you. Man, boy, I don't know why it's fighting to try to stay up. All these are Zooms that I just shared with you. Again, one more time. You can text me your name, number, and email, or you can email me. I'm going to give you my number is 770-572-5315. Again, that's 770-572-5315. And also my email is lkhyym@gmail.com. Again, that's lkh. Excuse me. lkhyym@gmail.com. Man. So, that was the Zooms. Now let me give you the platforms that I'm on. You can catch me on YouTube and also X formerly known as Twitter. That's YouTube and X formerly known as Twitter under Juice Pro 33, all together as one word. I'm trying to get through this now, y'all. Juice Pro 33, all together as one word. And it's spelled JUICEPRO33. JUICEPRO33. All right. My next is my Facebook. My Facebook is under Mikael Harris, which is spelled MI_CHAEL space HARRIS. Excuse me. Again, that's MI_CHAEL space HARRIS. Also, we're here on TikTok and Instagram. Instagram and TikTok. We're on TikTok and Instagram under L'chaim_the Juice. That's L'chaim_the Juice, which is spelled LKHYYM_THEJUICE. Again, that's LKHYYM_THEJUICE. All right. That was Instagram and TikTok. Now, for my other TikTok and my other YouTube. My other TikTok and my other YouTube is under Michael the Juice Harris, all together is one word, which is spelled MichaelTheJuiceharris. Again, MichaelTheJuiceharris. Michael the Juice Harris. All together. And that's for my other YouTube and my other TikTok. Last but not least, before we go, because I'm tired, y'all, it's hitting me. Last but not least, we have patreon.com and rumble.com. That's patreon.com and rumble.com. Both of them is patreon.com/LKHYYM. Again, that's patreon.com/LKHYYM. And also rumble.com/LKHYYM. Again, that's rumble.com/LKHYYM. Other than that, y'all, I just thank y'all for your time. Excuse me. I like to thank y'all for your time, your patience, your listening ear, your seeing eye. As y'all can see, this sleep is coming down on me, so I'm getting ready to hit the hay. So, Miss Joe, Dave, and Matthew, I appreciate love y'all for being here. I'll see you tomorrow night. Other than that, thank you for your time, your patience, your listening ear, your seeing eye. See you soon. Love y'all. And always. Peace. In a minute, my bro.
Recording stopped.
All right. All right. Instagram, I thank you for your time, your patience, your listening ear, and you saying, tired. See you soon. Have a great day. And Shabbat Shalom. Peace. Over here on YouTube, I thank you for your time, your patience, your listening ear. Or I thank you, Facebook. Well, Facebook, I thank you for your time, your patience, your listening ear, and your seeing eye. See you soon. Peace and love, and always. Peace. All right. Facebook. Now, YouTube, I thank you for your time, your patience, your listening ear, and your seeing eye. Love you. Appreciate love you, and see you soon. Get some sleep. Peace. Excuse me.